What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lego Fortnite. We are in creative mode, and yeah, we're just building out a village. So it's looking pretty mad so far. If I can go up. Oh, wait. How do I go up? Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, it goes all the way out that way, and it goes all the way out this way to the docks. So yeah, if you haven't seen this, then you can go back on my channel and yeah, watch it from the start if you want. And yeah, I do have a survival playlist on the channel as well. So yeah, let's continue the build. So pretty much we're going up into this area. It's got like the Japanese sort of feel coming up over here. And then yeah, we've got this building that we're gonna build today. So first of all, I want to fill this bit in. Yeah. So we'll fill in the little step here. This bit, I'm not too sure. Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's get to it. So pretty much this is what we're doing at the moment on the channel. Is yeah, we're just building out this creative mode. Little town village thing. Pretty much we're just seeing how creative we can get with it. And where's these pieces? Oh, there. But yeah, and we're just seeing what we can do. So yeah, we do, like I said, I do have like, I've played the survival mode of it, pretty much as far as where I can sort of go at the moment. I could probably go a little bit further, but yeah, we've done most of the biomes and built the towns out and stuff like that. And then now, I just wanted to see what the limits were with this, really, just to see how big of a village can we build before they say, like, nah, you know, you built enough. So I don't know if there's a full build limit or not, but we're about to find out, you know. So we're just going to keep building until we can't build anymore. And then even after that, I think maybe we'll be able to build, like, you know, decorations and stuff, like the interiors and things. But, you know, only time will tell. Because I'd say they're not going to let you... What's going on here? Because of that piece. See, this is why sometimes I don't build pieces like this, yeah, until the end, because yeah, it like interferes sometimes with it and doesn't let you build it. So you usually got to build it first and then build like the, you know, the after part. It's just how it goes sometimes. Just how it goes. But yeah, so let's build. I think this is one of those the big Japanese house, I'm pretty certain. We're gonna build this out. So I have built some of these bigger houses as well in the we got one of those crashes right here in my survival mode. And we done it like, you know, with the actually collecting resources and stuff, which was quite difficult. Especially with some of these bigger ones, like it did take a while. We didn't do them all, but we done most of them. And yeah, we maxed out the snow biome, the desert biome, and the grasslands biome. Pretty much went through all the caves, got all the stuff that we needed there. And now, we're just sort of playing Lego pretty much. You know, just playing Lego. I said on one of the my previous videos of this that when I was a kid, I used to build out like little towns and stuff like this in my bedroom. And then yeah, my mum would come in tripping over everything and they'd clean this up, you know, and I'm like, what? It took me hours to build that. So I have like a whole little, you know, a village. To her it was just junk on the floor, you know, but to me it was like, it was a masterpiece. But I used to do lots of crazy stuff with Lego. I remember at one stage I had like because I had a fair bit of like just random Lego. And so what I'd done was I stuck it on the wall with like blue tack. And I had like channels that would go from my bed all the way around to the light switch. And basically what I'd do is I'd lay in bed and then I'd get up, sort of drop a marble in a channel, and the marble would run all the way along the you know, the Lego channel all the way to the light switch, which wasn't that far away from like where the bed was really. I probably could have just got up and, you know, turned it off. But I'd do that and it would come all the way to the light switch, and then at the light switch it had like blue tack to the switch was a little cart, you know, and basically the marble would fall in the cart and it would like pull it down and then turn the light switch off, which was pretty cool. And so yeah, you know, it'd do this full channel thing and eventually it'd turn off the light. I thought it was pretty cool. My mum even thought it was pretty cool at the time. She was like, oh, that's, you know, that's getting smart. But it worked for a little bit until the, you know what Lego's like, it tends to break, like, you know, and then after a while it like falls to pieces. And so it worked like, you know, a couple times, and then, yeah, after that pieces just kept breaking. Oh, what is going on here? Pieces just kept breaking off, and then yeah, got frustrating to the point where I was like, you know what, I should just get up and, you know, turn the light off. But I used to make heaps of little gizmos and gadgets like that all the time. I used to like that sort of Lego that had the engines as well, you know, and you had like the little battery pack, and you'd it'd come with like a little engine. That was cool. The good old days when you used to just sit there playing at Lego for hours. Well, now technically I'm kind of still playing Lego for hours. So not much has changed, but yeah, you know. It's pretty cool that Fortnite actually built this, you know, considering the amount of different game modes that they've got, and the fact that they got the main game as well, which has nothing to do with this at all. But yeah, just out of random, you know, they're just like, you know what, let's build some Lego. Like, kind of strange that they did bring this into it, but cool at the same time. Like I was saying in another episode as well, like, this would have been a fair bit of work. Wouldn't have just been like, oh yeah, we'll just do this on the side, you know. Whoever did this, because yeah, I've actually built my own game in Unreal Engine, and building the blueprints is like what they call them, you know, like the code, pretty much, that's to do all this sort of stuff. And yeah, it's not an easy job. Like, it's not difficult, but it's not super easy. Like, it's kind time consuming. And so yeah, for them to build this amount of buildings and like the amount of stuff you can do in the game, it would have taken them a while. Like, some of the code would have already been there for you know, like in Fortnite when you go and you open up the chests and stuff and you get stuff out of the chests, and you know, you get your guns and things like that. A lot of that code would have already been in the game. Things like the glider, you know, that would have already been coded into the game. They would have just had to change the 3D models to like Lego models. But the mechanics of it would have been the same. But they didn't originally, well, not to what I'm aware of. I suppose they kind of did, didn't they, in like Fortnite, when you're building the things and like people get in those battles, and then they build the big towers that they, like, you know, build all the way up and then shoot each other out of. I suppose it would have the same similar code, wouldn't it? Because that sort of had the same thing where it had like it showed you like a thing that you wanted to build, and then you looked at it, pressed it, and it built it. And then you had to collect resources, you know, to do that. So I suppose the code kinda was there. And it's, even when you think about it, like the way it builds, it's kind of similar as well. It's got that same sound and that, you know. Almost the same way how it builds. So I suppose, yeah. Now think about it, the code probably was already in the game, wasn't it? So we would have just had to change the models. But either way, it would have been a fair bit of work for them to just randomly add this into the game, and then at like no cost either. You know, like you're not paying to have this extra mode. You know, they just give it to you like, yep, here you go. Here's something to play with. That's something that really inspired me when I was building games in Unreal Engine, and yeah, it really inspired the fact that that they were using it to build Fortnite, you know, so they're actually testing their own stuff. Because you know, some of the game engines, you're like, yeah, it's great, but you know, if you were to actually build a game out of it, you'd understand that, you know, you got this problem or that problem, or, you know, you don't really know until you actually do it yourself. And then for them to actually be building it themselves and, like, you know, running full proper games out of it, like online games and stuff, they understand better. And then, yeah, they can, like, fix problems of the engine really fast. But one of the problems I had was when they changed it from Unreal Engine 4, I think it was, and then changed it to Unreal Engine 5. They had all this cool lighting and things like that, you know. They had lumens and, you know, just had heaps of mad new stuff. But it was kind of hard to get used to it all, I found. And, yeah, kind of confusing. And also the frame rates dropped heaps. You mean, like when I went from using Unreal Engine 4, my game that I created, it was running, you know, like 120 frames per second or whatever. And the minute I imported it into Unreal Engine 5, it was running at like 30, you know, and I was like, whoa. And I went through trying to fix everything, and then everyone, you know, all the videos I could find of how to fix it were basically like, yeah, turn off everything that's new with Unreal Engine 5, like turn off the lighting, turn off, you know, nanite, turn off all this sort of stuff, and I'm like, what? What's the point? You know, like, what's the point of using the new engine is if I have to turn everything off that's new, just to get the frame rates back? Like, you know, I couldn't understand it. Part of the reason why I stopped building my game, really, was that, and also, basically, the way how people are with games these days, like, they're very critical with games, like, you know, it'll be a pretty decent game and people like, nah, it's trash. You know, and it's like, whoa, dude, like, and then the entire world's like, yep, it's trash. You know, and it's like, it's like, actually not that bad, you know, but people are just so harsh with games these days. I'm not too sure if we actually built this one in survival mode either. I don't remember building this. But yeah, they're very harsh with the way it is. And yeah. So I was building my game, I thought, yeah, it's cool, it's a game, it works, you know? I even had, like, because I've got kids, and I even had my kids, like, you know, test it and play it, and I don't know, you could just tell with the look on their face, they just didn't seem that impressed with it, you know, like, didn't want to be like, oh, it's trash, Dad, you know, like, but, you know, I just sort of thought, man, like, with the way the world is today, there's no way this is gonna be like, you know, people are gonna think it's good, they're just gonna be like, nah, it's trash. And then, you know, everyone's gonna want their money back, and I was like, nah. In order to bring it up to like today's specs, I would have needed like 3,000 workers, you know, like, but it was an experience, you know, it was an experience. It was something to learn, something to test, and it gives me a lot more appreciation of games these days, you know, like when you see a game get built and you see the way it is, it just sort of, yeah, it just gives you that more appreciation of the effort that went into the game, you know, like you don't know until you actually do it yourself. And then you're like, wow, they put like that much effort into it. You know, you just, even just walking, like just walking in the game, you know, you just, oh yeah, you don't think nothing of it, but like to actually code it into your game and place it in there, it was a lot harder than what people think, you know, character creations and choosing new characters and stuff. It was difficult, especially with me because I was just learning as well, you know, it was like I'd done game engines before, but it was like using Unity, which was like a different game engine. And then, yeah, things were just different. And so, yeah, it was kind of difficult. Will this piece go in there? Maybe. Yeah, it does. Sick. Alright. Well, we're gonna leave this one here. So, yeah, hope you all liked it. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe. I've got plenty more videos on the channel, including a complete playlist of the survival mode. And yeah, so as always, I'll catch you in the next episode. See you later!